I don't have a head. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay. But yeah, what's good, YouTube? I'm back at it again with another video. And today, I was inspired today because earlier today, like literally a couple of minutes ago, my cousin and my sister, they were having a conversation. And this conversation was it was about something that I personally would never do. So here's the story. I wake up, I go in the living room, I'm watching TV with my sister. My cousin walks in, he comes in, he knocked on the door, she opens it, he comes in. And then my sister was on Facebook and she saw this Facebook post that my other cousin made about, the guy that just walked in. So I would read it to you, but I'll save that for another time. Anyways, this whole thing happened because he took a picture on the other guy's phone. Like, he took a selfie and then it got posted on Facebook. So, yeah, the topic today is selfies. Selfies, I rarely take selfies. Like, I have a Facebook page, if you didn't know. And on my Facebook page, like, when I first started it, I had no photos because, I was like 12 at the time. And then people were like, you need to have a picture of yourself so that people know that, it's not a fake profile. I was like, dang it, now I have to take a selfie. So I took a selfie when I was, it was during my junior year, I want to say. Yes, during my junior year last year. Not last year, it was kind of like 2 years ago, but yeah. So I was on the bus because I was doing OAP, one act play, and I was in the play. We were going to Dobie, I think. Was it? Yeah, we were going to Dobie because that's where the competition was being hosted, at Dobie. So we were going there, and while I was on the bus, I just took a selfie, posted it, put it on Facebook, and saved it as my thing, my profile. Then, later, down into that school year, my friend took a picture of me, and I was looking like really sad and lonely. And so I was like, that's a dramatic looking picture. Let me put it as my profile picture. And bam. And yeah, I haven't changed it since. But anyways, selfies are, I won't say bad, but they're not necessarily good. Here's why. Let's say you're robbing a bank, and the person that you're robbing a bank with happens to take a selfie, post it on social media, and you happen to get away. Now, that picture is on the internet, and anybody, like cops, anybody could look at this, and yeah, that was a bad example. But, okay. So, another example, a good example. See, I will only take a selfie if something good is happening in the background. That's about it. That's the only time you'll see me take a selfie. I won't take a selfie if I'm like in a bathroom or if I'm just, just having a blank background. You won't see that. Except for like, a video, of course, Yeah, a video. But you do not understand how many selfies I've seen with people in a bathroom. It's mostly girls that do that, but there's guys that do it too. And I look at those and I'm just like, why? Like, what is the purpose of having a selfie of you in the bathroom? Now, if you're gonna do a selfie with you in the bathroom, check your surroundings, okay? Just check the surroundings. Because there was one guy, he had a selfie, and he had like a shirt on, like, all you could see was his shirt. But there was a mirror behind him. So, like, when you look at the selfie, you can see like his face, his like shirt and whatever. But then when you look at the mirror, like, you can see like his butt, because he wasn't wearing pants or underwear. And then you could see inside the toilet there's a huge turd in the toilet. So you should, if you're gonna take a selfie, check your surroundings, because that's the last thing you want, is to be exposed like that. That's disgusting. Anyways, my selfie game is not good because I don't take selfies that much. I've only taken two. No, I rarely take selfies. It's hard to count how many selfies I've had because I don't even know. But like I said before, the only time I take a selfie is if there's something good happening in the background. Like, for example, there's a fight and I'm like, I just happen to be there. I'm like, hey, selfie, yeah. Or if there's like some cops, not cops, what, like some firefighters putting out a fire, like, you gotta get that, that seems like a good opportunity for, a selfie, because it's not every day you see firefighters putting out a fire. I mean, you hear about it, but do you actually see it? It's not every day you can see something like that. Anyways, while I'm on the topic of fights, I hardly ever see fights in school. Hardly ever. It's disappointing how many fights I've missed, because here's why. Usually when I see a fight, I'm usually seeing like the tail end of the fight when it's about to get broken up. That's usually what I see. And it's disappointing, because like let's say I would literally instigate a fight just to see one. Like this kid, he was walking in the hallway, he stepped on this other guy's shoe, and I just can't find. No, I was like, you just gonna let him step on your shoe like that? I think you should fight him over that. And no, they didn't fight. They shook hands and walked away. I was upset. I was really upset because I wanted to see a fight, and it didn't happen. I had a friend of mine record a fight, and you could probably guess what happened to his phone. You see, we were walking. He was about to show me the fight, and it starts pouring down raining. And his phone gets super wet. It stops working. Bam. I didn't even get to see the fight. I was upset again because, I guess it's not meant for me to see fights. I don't know. It's really annoying. If you're going to fight somewhere where you, okay. If you're going to fight, go somewhere where it won't be broken up, Don't fight in school or in a public place. Fight somewhere private, I guess. Because the last place I want to see a fight is in the bathroom, okay? The interesting story. I was actually in the bathroom. I was, using it. But I wasn't I wasn't peeing. I was doing the other one. You'll probably already know. I was in there boo-booing, and you know how stressful it is to take a dump in a school bathroom. Like, it is stressful. The first time I've ever did it was when I was in, I want to say middle school. No, I was in intermediate. No, it was middle school. Middle school. I was taking a dump, and then like these guys that walked in, my friends, they walked in. And so as soon as I heard the door open, I just lifted my legs up because, I didn't want them to know like I was in there taking a dump. And then they were like, "Oh man, it stinks in here. It stinks." And then there was like, and one of the friends, he was like, "I'm just gonna wait for the person to come out." I was like, "Ah, oh, God dang it," because I knew at some point I was going to have to come out of the bathroom, and yeah. So after all that happened, I had to come out, and they were like, "Oh, yeah." They made fun of me, basically. So, when I take a dump in the bathroom, I make sure there is no one there. I even block the door so that no one can come in. But this particular time, I didn't block the door because I figured, who's going to come in during class? Who's going to come into the bathroom? Then it was one of the nicer ones. No, it wasn't one. I'd say it was average. It was one of the average ones. People usually go to like the one that's on the furthest end of the school, which was the nicer one. So I just went in the average one because I figured, who's going to really go to this one when there's a nice one all the way on the other end? So, what I didn't know was that they scheduled a fight for this day. For that day at that particular time. And I'm in the bathroom trying to make this as silent as I possibly can. And these kids, they walk in, they're like, hey, we about to fight, yeah, fight. And yeah, they start fighting. And a guy pulls out a knife. I hear, I'm just hearing this. I'm not seeing any of it. But then I saw a video of it, so yeah, of course I saw the fight. But in the video, what I found funny was you can actually see my feet in the video underneath the stall. You can see my feet, but nobody was paying attention because, there was a fight. Guy pulls out a knife, stabs the other guy. It was bad. It was terrible. So then as I'm finishing, I come out, I see this guy, blood everywhere. I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, this is not good. So my instinct was not to help the guy, but to run. I wasn't finna, I'm not going down for this, first of all, because I had nothing to do with it. But as I'm about to leave the bathroom, teachers, nurses, they walk in. I'm like, man, this ain't finna be good. So basically, they thought I did it. They thought I somehow stabbed this kid and got him bleeding. But it was just a huge misunderstanding. I wouldn't stab anybody. I might threaten to stab you, but I'm not going to stab you. It just depends on how mad you make me. Yeah. I want to stab the kid with a pen. Because, see, I'll only stab someone if I feel threatened. If I'm in like a life or death situation. Here's why I say this. So, there was this bully. He used to always pick on me, push me, do all this stuff. And one day I just got tired of it. So he was in front of his friends or whatever. We were on the park. I always carry like my pencils, pens, all that in my pocket. And then he grabs me, picks me up, and he just throws me on the ground. And I was like, okay, this is bad. So then he gets on top of me, he starts choking me. So then I pull out my pen and I stabbed him in his shoulder. I was trying to get him in his neck, but I had short arms. So I stabbed him in his shoulder. And it didn't seem to affect him at all. He didn't even flinch, nothing. He didn't feel it. And then I could just see the ink coursing through his veins. It's just I was like, okay, yeah. And then one of his friends pointed it out. He was like, oh, look, you got stabbed. What the heck? He stabbed you. So he gets up, he just runs away, and yeah, that's the end of that story. Anyways, that's it for today's multiple story time, because I was supposed to only talk about selfies, but then I ended up talking about fights and then bullying and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to y'all later.